Check.
Cool. Perfect. All right, everybody. Thank y'all very much for joining us this evening. We're going to go ahead and get started with our second council meeting of the month. Councilman London, would you be so kind?
Yes. Let's pray. Gracious Father, again, thank you for another day. Thank you, Father, to come be part of this council, be part of people that serve this community. Father, we dare not take it for granted, Father, because we know that it's only you to allow us to be in this spot. And Father, as we go through this meeting, Father, we're praying that we just do the business of this community, Father, move ourselves out of the way, allow the Holy Spirit to lead us and guide us in every way. Father, be careful. Give you all glory, praise, and honor. In Jesus Christ.
Amen.
Amen.
Pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Councilor London. I appreciate you.
Sir.
Roll call. Councilman London.
Present.
Councilwoman Cuellar.
Here.
Councilman Box.
Here.
Councilman Sims.
Here.
And myself here as well. First order of business, if someone can move the minutes from the regular city council meeting on August the 5th of 2025.
Move we approve the minutes from August 5th, 2025.
Second.
Motion, second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. Second order of business, if someone can move the bills, please.
I make a motion we pay the bills in the amount of $1,149,491.12.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. No no's, no abstentions. All right, we're at the mayor's report. Mayor, you have the floor, sir.
All right. I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. I got a few things that I would love to share. The first one is I shared with Ms. Wilson during the phone call that she and I had a couple of weeks ago that at this city council meeting, I would give a report on the ADA parking compliance at City Hall. And the statement is this: pursuant to your request, we have finalized the parking requirements for the City Hall site for ADA compliance. There are 34 parking spaces for City Hall. Based upon this number of spaces, the ADA requires the city to have 2 accessible parking spaces, one of which must be van accessible parking space. Currently, the city parking lot has a total of 4 accessible parking spaces, 1 van accessible parking space, and 3 accessible parking spaces, which means that the city is in compliance and has the number of required parking spaces to be able to meet the ADA compliance here at City Hall. Second thing that I want to talk about today, we had coffee with the mayor at Starbucks from 8 to 9 a.m. We had a great turnout. We packed Starbucks today, and it was just a Q&A. It wasn't a presentation that I gave. I just allowed the citizens to be able to ask whatever questions they wanted to ask about what was going on in the city hall. And I want to thank everybody for coming out and participating and being a part of that. Also, we did a ribbon cutting at 10:30 for El Patron, and it was packed with a bunch of individuals that was there. And I want to thank Ms. Sherry Berry for the chamber for putting everything together, and for the city employees that came to participate and to be a part of that event as well. Also, on August the 26th, I'm quite sure everybody know what that day is in the city of Irondale, but make plans to go to the polls and vote on August 26, 2025, as offices for mayor and city council, District 1 through 5, will be up for election. All voting will take place at the Irondale City Hall, regardless of where you normally go to vote in state and federal elections. The polls will be open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., and we're looking and thanking God for our seasoned expert that we have that will lead that, be Ms. Kim Hartley on Tuesday. To proceed with my report, on Thursday, August the 21st, we have a Civic Center groundbreaking at 10 a.m. We're going to celebrate the transformation that's getting ready to take place at the Zamora Temple. We would love for you to come out and to be a part of it. Some of the things that are going to be a part of this new facility is meeting rooms, conference space, a fitness center, splash pad, pickleball courts, pavilion, playground, walking trails, and much, much more. But we're going to break ground and throw a little dirt. I know Councilman London liked to throw dirt, and since he is at Leeds High School now, I guess he'll be there to throw some dirt with his shovel. Also on August the 20th, which is tomorrow, the town hall train will be here at City Hall. It will be designed for individuals that live on the north and south side downtown, and also those individuals that live in the Bend. And this is not a cookie cutter town hall meeting. I try to develop the material based on the community that we're in. And if you have questions specifically that you would like to ask about what's going on in your community, please feel free to come and to participate and be a part of that as well. That will be tomorrow night at 6 p.m. and it'll be here in the Irondale City Hall. Also, you'll have Councilman Spivey will get a chance to be able to give you an update as well, since this is a City of Irondale event. Also, on August the 23rd, we are having a prayer breakfast. Not, I always keep saying prayer breakfast, but it's going to be a prayer walk. We'll start at 8:30. It's going to be here at City Hall. The theme is Proverbs 29:2 that says, when the righteous is in authority, the people rejoice. And this prayer walk is all about God putting the right people in place. Has nothing to do with any specific person that's currently in office, but we're leaning on his everlasting arms for him to direct the community and to provide them with insight on what they need to do. But most of all, we just want you to come out and participate and be a part of the election process. On September the 5th, we're having Cruise In Cinema. We're having a car show that is now officially going to be at the Hill. They've got the new sign up. It's going to be there. It's going to begin at dark. Free admission for the car show. Participants will be food truck on site, Dream Flavors, Eugene Hot's Chicken, and Golden Rule Barbecue. Also, make sure you bring your lawn chairs to enjoy the show, because in the City of Irondale, our responsibility is to build community, to be able to build the future. And to finish up on September the 6th at 7 a.m., 7 a.m. to 11 a.m., we're having a Operation Clean Sweep. Meet us here at City Hall to be able to beautify our city. And you can ask Frank Pennington. He'll be the one that's kind of leading this charge. I don't know exactly what areas we're going to be able to clean up, but I can think of a few like Ruffner Road, Overton Road, Alton Road. Those roads are the ones that Irondale shares with the city of Birmingham and other municipalities. And you can always tell the difference when you're in Irondale portion of it and when you're in the other municipalities. But we want to be able to do a joint effort to be able to keep our community clean. I believe those are all of the announcements that I have for tonight, Council President Spivey, and I thank you for giving me the opportunity to be able to share with the wonderful citizens of Irondale.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your report. We'll go ahead and get into, actually, before we get into the reports, something I just want to discuss a real high level is we need, as a body, we need to agree on a time for September the 2nd to certify the election results. It has to be done prior to noon. I'm kind of a red eye guy. If we can do it at 7 o'clock in the morning, then I'm totally good with that. But I need some input from you guys as far as when you want to get together on September the 2nd. Thoughts?
I'll be available at 5, so.
That might be a little too red for me. So 7, you're good with 7, Councilman Box? What's your thoughts, Councilman Sims?
I could do, yeah, I drop off the bus at 6:50, so
Okay.
I could be here.
Councilwoman Cuellar?
7 a.m. works.
Okay. Councilman London?
Being at least 7 works.
7, it works. I like it. All right. So noted, 9-2 at 7 a.m.
All right. Gotcha.
Thank you very much. We'll go ahead and transition back into the council member reports. Councilman London, if you...
Council President, can I say one thing? I can remember if I mentioned the Lunch and Learn on July the 21st. It's going to be at noon to 1:30. What did I say? I'm sorry. You all come in July. I'll come in July. You all come in August. But anyway, August the 21st, we're having a lunch and learn in the mayor's office to be able to talk about the finances of the city, but really just to talk about municipal finances as period. And also, if you come to that meeting, it'll be a treat because at that meeting, I'm going to introduce to you what is called the Steward Plan. And this plan is a 5-year financial plan for the city of Irondale to be able to deal with our finances as well as the capital projects that we are projected to do over the next 5 years.
Thank you, sir. Councilman London, your report.
Yes, first of all, thank you and good evening to everyone. I don't have much, but I just want to say El Patron, if you haven't been there, the food is excellent. Excellent. My wife's been there 3 times already. So, but it's excellent food. I want to thank everybody, mayor, council, for the paving project. Because I'm gonna tell you, Danton Lane is, I feel like taking my shoes off and walking down Danton Lane. It is excellent. When you we talked about this the other day. You have kids on skateboards that I've never seen in my years, 20-some years being on Paramount Drive. You have kids riding skateboards down Cornell and Danton that I've never seen that before. So I want to thank all of the council and the mayor and everybody who was part of the paving project. Well overdue. So I want to say thank you for that. And that's all I got.
Fair enough.
Yep.
Councilwoman Cuellar?
Yes, thank you, Council President Spivey. I want to piggyback on El Patron's grand opening. This is a very, very dear opening for me. I've been working with the owner since 2021 on this. One of the restaurants that our community had said they wanted a good Mexican food restaurant. And when I first went there to their location in Moody, that is the best Mexican food I've ever had. And I'm from Texas, and so I get spoiled with Mexican food, and I just couldn't find it. And no offense against the other restaurants, but this was truly Mexican cuisine. And I met him. He's become like a son to me. We've been working on this together for several years. And there for a while, there were rumors that they weren't coming. I'd call him up and I'd say, Jesus, they're saying these things. He'd say, Cindy, I'm paying on a lease. He says, we're going to be there. We're just waiting for our other renovations because they have other restaurants as well. So I was thrilled to witness and be a part of this grand opening that took place and to be with Jesus. And I'm very, very happy and proud of him and his staff. They are excellent. Their service is very quick. They attend to you. They're very service-minded. So if you haven't been there, be prepared to enjoy some delicious food, fresh and prompt, and you'll be going back again. As well as their margaritas are very good also. So do stop by and try it out. Secondly, I wanted to mention that Nash from the Royal Ranch House got with me and said, Cindy, you'll be happy to hear we're now serving breakfast. Irondale's a breakfast town, and they're serving breakfast on Sunday, 6 a.m. to 9 p.m., Monday through Thursday, 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. That's their opening hours. Their breakfast is a little different. So they are open at 6 a.m. for breakfast. And I've got a copy of their menu if anyone would like to see it, but I believe I've seen it on some Irondale community Facebook pages. I posted it on mine for District 3 as well. So do stop by and try out their breakfast. They're ready to go at 6 a.m. And lastly, I would like to mention that we have a musician in our attendance, Mr. Schoen, who's with the Exchange Club. He is part of a concert group. They're having a summer concert this Sunday, August 24th at 3 p.m. at East Lake United Methodist Church at 7753 First Avenue South in Birmingham. If you would like to know the theme, we're going to have marches and movies. This is the theme with the Star Spangled Banner, Raiders March, at the movies, musicals, On the Mall, the British 8th, Hollywood Milestones, El Palomino Noble, and the Black Horse Troupe. So if you'd like to enjoy some summer concert music, do mark your calendar and plan to be at the East Lake United Methodist Church. Those are my comments. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Councilman Box?
Thank you, Council President. I'm going to be a little bit shorter. El Patron's great. Been there twice. Ranch House is a staple lunch there today, so those are great things to have. Police and fire do an awesome job, especially on additional patrols in areas that's been needed. So very happy about that. Want to thank the mayor for coming to Heritage last night and having the town hall train, enlightening some of our citizens and sharing a little bit more what we believe is accurate information than what may be floating around on Facebook. We had a good turnout, and the mayor had an extended question and answer period, which was awesome, and hopefully set some records straight. So that's all I have, Council President.
Councilman Sims?
Welcome, everyone. Thanks, everyone, for coming out. I want to echo what Councilor London said about the paving. Those crews have been out there. I haven't wanted to be outside, and they're out there dealing with this hot asphalt, so hats off to them. They have been fast. Danton, Cornell, Dresden has already got done. Actually, Sharpsburg got finished between yesterday and today. I drove down it today. And next up in Holiday Gardens is Wonder Lane and Beacon Circle. Beacon, I think they've already ground up everything. They just got to pave, and Wonder, they've got to do everything. So I'm sure they'll be out of our neighborhood in a couple days. And I think starting on Grants Mill Wednesday or Thursday. Does anybody know? Won't they be starting on Grants Mill next week? Okay.
They're going to be on it soon. As soon as they finish in Holiday Gardens, then they're going to take Grants Mill Road.
So they're moving right through the city. So just if we haven't got to your neighborhood yet, they will soon, and they're quick. And that's all I got.
Cool. Thank you, sir. Thank everybody for joining. I don't have much this evening. I know we've all been pretty busy and everything like that. So that being said, I do want to thank the water department. There was a system update, and it probably went unnoticed by probably 99% of the people on the north side. But for one, it didn't. And it caused some issues at his residence. But, reaching out to Jared and some of his guys and everything, they were on top of it. And before the day was over, water was restored and everything was hunky dory. So you just don't get that with some municipalities, that almost personalized, almost boutique service, for that matter. So I just want to say thank you to the water department and their guys for being Johnny on the spot. So thank y'all. All right. At this time, we will move into public comments to the council on non-agenda items. So public comments to the council on non-agenda items. Who's up first?
I'm closest, so I'll go first.
Fair enough.
Kim Hartley, 2304 4th Avenue South. I just want to say a couple words about the election. Number one, for every candidate, you are welcome to have a watcher present. If you want them there before the polls open, I plan on being here at 6 o'clock in the morning. If you want them after the polls open, I lock the door at 7 o'clock, so they need to be in the building before 7 o'clock so they can watch what we do after the polls close. They are welcome. Other than that, voters, please do everything you can to make sure you know which district that you're voting in. It's very helpful to get you in and out of here faster once you do that. And lastly, if anybody has any questions about the election process and what all I do during the day, I'll be happy to stay a few minutes late after this meeting and talk with anyone about it that has any questions.
I do have one question. It's more of just a reiteration of a point. Can you just please re-educate us on how far away any campaign materials need to be from the door?
30 feet from that front door.
30 feet from that front door.
Which is basically about midway between in the sidewalk.
Gotcha.
So as long as you're on the other side of the sidewalk and it kind of goes in an arc, my people will leave you alone. But if you get in that space, I will ask you to step back.
Copy that. Thank you very much.
All
I
right.
appreciate your time. And thank you for all you do and what you're about to do.
Council President Spivey, there was one question that arose. I think it'd be for the benefit of everyone. I did ask Ms. Hartley and our city clerk regarding the absentee voting. they had a very small print. If you don't read it carefully, it states that you need to use a black ballpoint pen. So my question to them was, well, what happens if someone uses a blue pen or a pencil? And the response was, if the ballot machine can read it, it will count as a vote. But for those that are here, use a black ballpoint if you intend to vote absentee.
Thank you for
You're
that
welcome.
clarification. All right. Any other comments on non-agenda? Yes, sir.
I wore my construction shirt today for a reason. Councilor Box, you worked with B&K Construction for several years, and you have interjected your construction experience on numerous occasions, and appropriately so, to add credibility, in my opinion, to your discussion whenever construction planning, scheduling, or costs were influencing the decisions being made, and I applaud you for that. However, 2 weeks ago, there was a discussion between the council and the mayor concerning the bid of the Civic Center. There was a base bid and I think maybe 8 amenities, as I call them, like the pickleball court. Councilor Cuellar suggested that we start with the base bid and delay award of some, maybe, I'm not sure how many she said, of the amenities until we could determine during construction, before everything was finished, whether or not there would be any cost overruns. I did not hear her say omit, but simply delay. The mayor said that was simply speculation, and we needed to proceed with all amenities now because they would, perhaps, the cost would be more later, which I consider that speculation, but it happens a lot frequently. Councilor Box, I'm surprised and disappointed that you did not speak up concerning the frequency of cost overruns. For instance, the library cost calculations I have right here in front of me prior to construction, prior to bid, had $7.9 million for the building and site work. And down below it says contingency allowance, 5% of construction. That's for cost overruns, generally speaking. Now, cost overruns in city construction contracts by Google. General statistics, approximately 90% of large projects, which I consider the Civic Center, $20 million is a large project. 90%. Wow. Factors contributing to cost overruns: underestimation of cost. Initial budgets this is factual, do not account for all the expenses. Design changes, modifications during construction. Just change the quality of the paint. I mean, the client says we need better than what's in the bid, but
Thank you, sir.
okay, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Any other comments on non-agenda items? Yes, sir.
Honorable Mayor, Council, fellow citizens, I'm R.L. McAdory, and I just rose to say that I've been around Irondale. I'm 79 years old. I've been around Irondale about 70 of those years. And I've seen conditions come and go. But I just rose to say that I want to appreciate this mayor and this council for the work that you're doing. I've never seen it this good before. You've never been so enlightened. You never knew what was going on in the city. But this mayor, along with this council, pull the light back and let us see what a great city we have. And I just wanted to commend you. I always tell him that he started all them other cities want to get on television. And it was our mayor. Got on there first. And I look, Lee just came on yesterday. I don't know who's gonna join the parade, but you have set a standard. And we shall never forget you. And if I got breath on 26th of August, I'll be casting my vote for you to continue the journey. May God bless you and your family. May he keep all of you as our prayer. Amen. Thank you.
Any other comments on non-agenda items? Yes, ma'am.
All right. Aaron Arnold. I want to follow Mr. McAdory. Next Tuesday, we all have a choice to make, don't we? Do we continue with the progress or do we head back to stagnation? District 3 in particular, do we want to continue being left behind or do we want to be part of the great things that are happening in Irondale? We can have another 4 years in District 3 of being left out, or we can take our seat at the table and get in on the progress. By profession, I'm a scientist, department chair at a local college. I'm trained to formulate hypotheses and use evidence to build a conclusion, not to come up with a conclusion and look for evidence to support it. There's a big difference. I also lead a team, I solve problems, I make things work every day. I create plans, I manage a budget. I am a steward of taxpayer dollars. Most importantly, though, I listen to people. I listen to people with different ideas so we can move forward together. These are the same skills that all of us should be looking for in our counselors. We need leaders who know how to work with others to find solutions. Remember, it takes 3 votes to achieve anything in the city council. I've spent my professional life building. As I see happening now in Irondale, I've worked with others. I've built a campus garden. I've built a study abroad program because I believe in building things, not just tearing down other people's ideas. Not just for my generation, but for the next generation as well. Good leadership means showing up, listening, and working together. So the choice is ours, all of us in Irondale, next Tuesday. I, for one, don't want to get left behind.
Yes, ma'am. Any other comments on non-agenda items? Any other comments on non-agenda items? All right, we're going to go ahead and roll on. The next piece, we're going to need to go ahead and go into an executive session. Mayor or legal, approximately how long do you think we will require for this executive session?
10 minutes tops.
Okay, copy that.
Point of order, Council President.
Yes, sir.
Are we going to do reports of boards and non-council committees?
I apologize. Thank you for catching me.
Thank you, sir.
All right, so before we go into executive session, are there any reports of any boards or non-council committees? Yes, sir. Thank you, Councilman Box.
Yes, sir.
I'm John Schoen with Exchange Club here in Irondale. We are going to honor the first responders here in Irondale with a lunch on 9/11. We've got a speaker coming in from Montgomery area. It'll be from 11 to 1. We also will be having a meeting at the Golden Rule at 5:30 on Election Day. So if you have some food, getting a little hungry on you can come over and eat with us on Election Day. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Any other reports from any other boards or non-council committees? Fair enough. Now, members of the council, I need a motion for the council members to go into executive session for the purpose of discussing preliminary negotiations involving matters of trade or commerce in which the city of Irondale is in competition with other governmental entities.
Motion to go in executive session.
We have a motion. We have a second. All in favor? Aye. Those present are advised that this council has voted to go into executive session for the purpose of discussing preliminary negotiations involving matters of trade or commerce in which the city of Irondale is in competition with other governmental entities in Alabama. The council will reconvene at the conclusion of that executive session. The council will now enter into executive session. Mayor saying we need about 10 minutes or so. We're going to go ahead and exit. We'll be back here momentarily.
gonna get a handout.
All right, thank you for your patience. Ask for a motion to leave executive session.
Motion to leave executive session.
Second.
Motion, second, all in favor? Aye. All right, thank you. All right, we're going to go ahead and move into the deliberation of our agenda this evening. Everything is on proposed consent, so that has the opportunity to be a really good thing. That being said, first item on the proposed consent agenda is Resolution 2025 R126A, which amends Resolution 2025 R126, appointing elected officers for the 2025 municipal election and, if necessary, runoff election, and provides compensation for such officers. As far as what I understand is, if we have two drop out, we have two alternates that are going to be serving in the same capacity, but I could be a little off on that. Did I get it right?
We have one that had a medical issue, one couldn't get off work, so I found people to take their place.
Copy that. Thank you very much. Councilman London, any questions?
No question.
Councilwoman Cuellar?
No questions.
Councilman Bach?
No, I'm good, thank you.
Councilman Sims?
No questions.
And myself, no questions. Thank you very much. Do we agree to leave this on consent?
Yes.
All right. Item number 2. This will be a public hearing. All right. So when we come back to questions on agenda items, I would like any questions or comments about this public hearing to be in this public hearing. Okay. So when we come back around to comments on agenda items, I don't want to hear the same thing over and over again. So if you've got a comment about the public hearing, then it needs to be done in the public hearing. Fair enough? All right. That being said, I ask for a motion to enter into a public hearing.
Motion to enter public hearing.
Second.
Motion second, all in favor?
Aye.
All right. Resolve that Resolution 2025 R148 authorizes Mayor James D. Stewart Jr. or his designee to execute a development agreement with Costco Wholesale Corporation granting certain economic incentives, and ratifies and approves the property purchase agreement for the property located at 4514 Grants Mill Trail, Irondale, Alabama. Mayor Stewart, would you care to make some opening comments on this?
Yes, I'll just make a few comments, and what I'll do is just really hit the highlights of the deal, and then I'll listen to just hear if anybody got any questions or anything that will come out of the public hearing. But this is a development agreement with Costco. Costco is going to invest over $105 million into the city of Irondale. The incentive agreement is based on rebating sales tax in the amount of $70 million. The split will be 88% will go to Costco, 12% will go to the city of Irondale. They will keep receiving that 88% until the $70 million incentive is paid in full. The possible payment date for that particular incentive could be anywhere from 8 years if we're very aggressive to about 10 years to give a very conservative figure. Once that total amount's paid back to Costco, the city of Irondale will have $8 to $10 million unrestricted coming into its coffers to be able to do some wonderful and magnificent things in the city of Irondale. The city of Irondale is also purchasing 18 acres for $3.5 million. And the reason that we're doing that for 2 reasons is to be able to protect the neighborhood in Bainbridge, to make sure that there's adequate distance between the development and the neighborhood. And there's also long-term possibilities that we may be able to do some economic development on that as well. Because when people know that Costco is coming to your community, they figure out that you are a viable community. And we've been getting calls already for people that are interested in coming to the city of Irondale. I believe that I've covered everything in principle that's a part of the development agreement. And at this time, Council President, we can continue with the public hearing to hear what the public has to say.
Thank you, sir. Before we transition to the public, Councilman London, is there any questions or comments?
No question.
Okay. Councilwoman Cuellar?
I had some questions on the agreement. We had some blank dates on, and I was wanting to know if we could, if we could fill some of these dates in. Looking at page, let's see where we begin. If we look at the project Exhibit A, the project site, we've got the first paragraph there has a blank. It's stated, and then if you go down some more to the second to last paragraph, we got a blank. Do we have any dates to fill in there? Exhibit B.
What page?
Do we know when it will occur? Do we have an estimate? Do we know when it will be signed? Do we have an estimate on when it would be signed? All right.
Those are all, due to left open, that they can be filled in.
Right,
Just like the agreement date, when you sign it, you would actually date it in.
right. Is that, are we talking about a week? Are we talking about 2 weeks? Are we talking about, that's all I'm asking, approximation.
Well, they're what, 300 and, what, they're 300 days for the due diligence period? 60 days, yeah.
But I can't tell you because Costco will actually have it signed. That will go through their processes.
Okay, all right. All right, and then if you look at page 4, when we get to the 18 acres, when they get to that point, the city will then need to come up with 3.5 million for the little over 18 acres. Have we had discussions on, I know we discussed some possible ways to fund this purchase. Will we be having these proposals as to how we're going to fund them at some point in the future?
We will.
Very good. Thank you. Those are my questions.
Thank you. Councilman Box?
You know, it's a it's an awesome agreement. It's a long time coming. Can't see why we would not do anything but just celebrate on this and move forward. We still got to be patient for a few more days, a few more months maybe. But as far as that goes, I think our city attorney and the mayor have everything well in hand. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilman Sims?
Just happy to be taking another step forward.
Myself, happy to have these problems to worry about. That being said, we'll go ahead and transition over to the public. Any comments on this particular public hearing? Yes, sir.
Just need a little clarification. I understand the buffer, the 18 acres, $3.5 million. Is that what this is all about? Or are we talking about that massive area that is going to be the development that Costco is going to be, someone's going to be removing, tons of rock? Which of those two are we talking about?
We're talking about the split and we're talking about the property purchase.
Okay, so the purchase of the property where Costco would be located.
No, the
Oh,
18
18
acres buffer.
Okay,
Yeah.
just the buffer.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
You got it. Any other questions about this particular, or comments about this particular public hearing? Going once, going twice, sold. Ask for a motion to leave public hearing.
Motion to leave public hearing.
Second.
Motion second, all in favor?
Aye.
All right. And point of clarification, this is on consent. So even though it was a public hearing, but it is a resolution, legal, we can still potentially leave this on consent if the body agrees? Okay, perfect. With that guidance, do we agree to leave this on consent?
Yes.
All right. Item number 3, resolve that resolution 2025 R149 authorizes the allocation of public funds from the FY 24-25 discretionary fund of Counselor John London in an amount not to exceed $600 for a Little Free Library to be placed at Grants Mill Valley within District 1. Councilman London?
Yeah, self-explanatory. Talked with the president over there, and he would like to have a library they have a nice green space over there. And so I said I'd get him one for him.
Nice. Councilman McQuarrie?
Just, Councilor London, yeah, my constituents in District 3 love the free little libraries or little free libraries, and I, I know that the residents in this area will like having that too. So thank you for doing that for them.
Councilman Box?
No, I think it's great. The more things we can spread through communities, the better it is.
Absolutely. Councilman Sims?
No questions.
Right on. Do we agree to leave item number 3 on consent?
Yes.
All right. Item number 4 on the proposed consent agenda, resolve that resolution 2025 R150 adopts a transportation plan as required to receive funds pursuant to the Rebuild Alabama Act, Act number 2019-12. Basically, this plan says what roads we're going to pave so that we can be beneficiaries of this grant. Did I frame that correctly, Mayor?
Yes, it's pretty. It's the 10% tax that you currently pay when you get gasoline, and this is the Rebuild Act. You have to every year just give a transportation plan to say how you plan on using it.
Thank you, sir. Councilman London?
No question.
Councilwoman Quayle?
No questions.
Councilman Box?
No questions.
Councilman Sims?
No questions.
And myself, no questions. Do we agree to leave item number 4 on consent?
Yes.
Outstanding. Finally, item number 5, resolve the resolution 2025 R151 authorizes Mayor James D. Stewart Jr. or his designee to execute a right-of-way use agreement with the Jefferson County, Alabama for use for the Grants Mill Road roundabout. I understand this is to be installing the gateway project at the roundabout. Anything that you would like to say about this, Mayor?
You said it all, Council President. Basically, this roundabout belongs to Jefferson County, and they're going to allow us to be able to create a gateway. And as long as we maintain it, they're okay with it.
Nice. Councilman London?
So the pictures, looking at it, thinking this is what it's gonna look like. That's a preliminary drawing.
That's just preliminary. Yeah, we don't have anything definite, but we wanted to make sure that we went ahead and got the agreement squared away for them before we began to exercise funds on something that they may not want to give control
All right, thank you.
over.
Councilwoman Quayle?
Right. So this is the right of way with Jefferson County. I'm good with it.
Okay. Councilman Box?
No, I'm good, but thank you.
Councilman Sims?
Totally good.
Cool. I'm good as well. Do we agree to leave this on consent?
Yes.
Outstanding. That concludes our deliberation. So at this time, I would ask for an approval of the form of the agenda.
Make a motion, we approve the form of the agenda with items 1 through 5 remaining on consent.
Second.
Motion, second. All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Everybody, we have an approved agenda. So if you have any questions, any comments on agenda items only, now is your time, aside from the public hearing comments. No comments on agenda items only? Fair enough. We will go ahead and proceed. I ask for an approval of the consent agenda.
I make a motion, we approve the consent agenda with items 1 through 5.
Second.
Motion, second. All in favor?
Aye.
All right. That handles the deliberation and the discussions for the evening. I would ask for a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn was done by, okay, seconded by,
Second, me.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you very much. Thank you all for joining us this evening.